In Philippians chapter 4, verse 6, it is written, "Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus." Have you ever felt like you're fighting a losing battle, as if life keeps throwing punches and you're barely keeping up? Imagine navigating through the tempest of life, where every turn seems to lead to another challenge. A challenge that feels like a heavyweight boxing match, where you're always on the back foot. You're barely keeping up, and it all seems overwhelming. Meet our protagonist, a person just like you and me. They're caught in the crossfire of life's battles, grappling with the ever-present challenges. The struggles range from financial hardships that seem to tighten their grip with each passing day to health issues that loom like dark clouds over their horizon. But that's not all. Relationship problems add to the tumult, turning their world into a whirlwind of confusion and despair. Each day they put on their armor, ready to face the world and fight on. Yet each night they return, battered and bruised, their spirit chipped away bit by bit. The battles are relentless and the victories are few and far between. They're left feeling exhausted, their strength dwindling, their hope fading. They're at war with the world. But the real battle is within. It's a struggle against despair, against the creeping sense of defeat, against the echoing thought that whispers, maybe it's just too much. But the most significant struggle is against the illusion that they're alone in this fight, that there's no one in their corner, no one to tag in when the fight gets too hard. The feeling of loneliness amplifies their struggle, making each blow feel harder, each battle seem bigger. And so we find our protagonist at the end of their rope. They're feeling beaten, worn down by the relentless tide of life's struggles. They're on the edge of surrender, teetering on the brink of throwing in the towel. Hope seems to be a distant dream, and victory a far-off fantasy. In the face of such despair, what's a person to do? When every road seems to lead to another battle, when every dawn brings a new challenge, when the weight of the world seems too heavy to bear, where can one find the strength to carry on? Our protagonist is at the end of their rope, feeling beaten and hopeless. In their darkest hour, they stumble upon a small, worn-out book about spirituality. An unexpected beacon in the storm, this book opens a door to a world they've never considered before. It speaks of surrendering not in defeat, but in trust to a higher power. The idea seems alien, intimidating even. They grapple with the fear of letting go, the uncertainty of placing their battles in hands unseen. Yet there's a strange comfort in the idea, a whisper of hope in the midst of chaos. They ponder, they question, they wrestle with doubt. They think about their struggles, their battles, the weight they've been carrying alone. And amidst the internal war, an epiphany strikes. A moment of clarity in the fog of uncertainty. With a deep breath, they muster the courage to try something different, something new. With nothing left to lose, they make a choice to surrender their battles to God. Surrender doesn't mean giving up. It's about letting go of control and trusting in a higher power. This is a profound realization that can change the course of our lives. When we surrender, we make a conscious choice to step back and let a higher power take the wheel. We stop trying to force outcomes and instead trust that everything will unfold as it should. Our character, once consumed by struggle and strife, begins to see the world in a new light. They learn that surrendering isn't about admitting defeat, but about finding strength in vulnerability. It's about acknowledging that we don't have all the answers, and that's okay. We're not meant to fight all our battles alone. In surrendering, they find peace amid their storms. They realize that they can weather any storm, not because they are strong, but because they are not alone. They see that every struggle is an opportunity to grow, to become more resilient. They understand that even in their weakest moments, they are strong because they have faith. They find strength in their weakness not by fighting harder, but by trusting more. They learn to let go of their fears and doubts, and in doing so they find a sense of calm and serenity. It is in this space of surrender that they truly begin to heal. In trusting God, they find guidance. They learn to see their struggles not as obstacles, but as stepping stones on their path to growth and transformation. They discover that every challenge is a chance to learn, to grow, and to evolve. They understand that sometimes the hardest battles lead to the greatest victories. And so they surrender. They let go of control. They stop trying to force outcomes. They trust in a higher power to guide them through their struggles. And in doing so, they find a sense of peace and strength they never knew they had. In surrender, they found power, not weakness. Because surrender is not about giving up, but about letting go and trusting in something greater than ourselves. When we surrender, we're not alone in our battles. This statement rings true as we delve deeper into the transformative journey of our character. After surrendering their battles to a higher power, they found a profound shift in their life. The struggles are still there, but they no longer face them with fear or despair. Instead, they're met with faith, strength, and a peace that surpasses understanding. In surrendering, our character has discovered an empowering truth. The battles they face are no longer theirs alone to fight. They have a steadfast ally, an eternal champion who takes up their cause. They've learned to let go of the reins, to relinquish control, and to trust in the divine plan that unfolds. In this surrender, they've found not defeat, but victory. A victory not won by their own might or will, but by the indomitable power of trust in God. This trust is not a passive acceptance, but an active engagement with faith. It is the courage to let go, to believe, and to allow God to work His wonders in their life. Their life, once marked by relentless struggle, is now illuminated by the glow of trust. Trust that brings about positive changes. Trust that infuses their spirit with strength. Trust that guides them even in the midst of storms. This trust is their shield, their compass, their beacon in the darkest night. The transformation is evident. Their eyes, once clouded by worry, now sparkle with hope. Their steps, once heavy with burden, now move with a newfound lightness. Their heart, once weighed down by battles, now soars with the triumph of trust. In their surrender, they found victory, not by fighting their battles, but by trusting in God to fight for them. They have discovered the profound power of surrender, the transformative magic of trust, and the peace that comes when they let go and let God. They have triumphed not on the battlefield, but in the quiet strength of trust. In their surrender, they found victory, not by fighting their battles, but by trusting in God to fight for them. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more empowering content. Together, we are stronger.